For your chance to win a daily prize of £1,000, download the Raffler app today. There's a referral link in the description to the Google Play and App Store. Use that link and get an extra £100 bonus added to your daily prize. Also, over on g2a.com, use the promo code CHES to get a discount on your Xbox, PlayStation codes and games. Link in the description down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 25 of the Newcastle United Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. As you can see from that slate, I'll probably move myself out of the way, or let me just open it up anyway. Ross McCormack is currently top goal scorer, but our very own Ayoze Perez is sat there second with 15. If we scroll down a little bit further, you can see Musa Sissoko is there in 16th, joint with a number of other players on 9 as well. I think they're the only two in the top 25, so we've been not overly heavily relying on one player to score our goals, but as you can see from the table, we've scored 64. We have been free scoring this year, on average almost 2 a game, and conceding on average less than 1 every 2 games. So a goal difference of plus 50 is very, very good. And as you can see, we've got an 11-point lead at the top of the table. 3 games today, though, of course, as per usual. We start with a game against Sheffield Wednesday, who are in and around us in the table. They're actually down in 4th or 5th, I think, in the playoff spot. So we've got Blackburn midweek, followed by Queen's Park Rangers at the end of the week. QPR, there you go, Sheffield Wednesday sat there in 4th. QPR actually having an average season in 11th. And Huddersfield and, wow, Barnsley are really struggles on 19 points. They're 10 points drift with only 11 games to go. Pretty sure they're going to get relegated, but never mind. We'll take on Sheffield Wednesday and hopefully we can get a good win against the side in the playoffs. We were able to win the final game yesterday in a good manner, despite 2 earlier draws. So I'm hoping to get more than just the 5 points from today's episode, because Aston Villa have been closing the gap on us. Norwich have been falling further and further behind, but Aston Villa have really started to put together a run of form, so we need to stop them closing us down. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on the end of this season. Of course, any other content that will come your way. There wasn't a My Player video last night. YouTube was having some sort, I hope by the time this goes live tomorrow, or today as you see this, that the playback error issue is fixed. A number of people were having problems while actually watching YouTube videos yesterday on iOS and on PC. It just come up and say playback error with a black screen rather than actually play the video. So fingers crossed this is able to be seen by the majority of you. And last night's My Player video that was scheduled then has been rescheduled for tomorrow. So last night's My Player, that's why there wasn't one, so you know, because I'm sure I'll get inundated with comments on Twitter and in the comments here. Ches, why was there no My Player? Not last night because YouTube was having issues, so I rescheduled it for the next possible My Player slot, which is tomorrow night at 6. That's why. Right, Sheffield Wednesday. We have an issue again. There's another international break, and again, both my goalkeepers are unavailable, and we obviously had this issue earlier on in the season. So what I'm going to do is find Darlow, and I'm going to recall him from loan. Because we could have done this last time, but I wasn't aware that they come back immediately. So Carl Darlow is now back from loan, which means I can actually have a goalkeeper in goal and not have to play Isaac Hayden. And we'll jump now into the game against Sheffield Wednesday with a full team of people that aren't on international duty and a recognised goalkeeper. Saive to Kolbach, go to Kovalenko. I've got Perez with me. And making the run around the outside is Haidara, the left back in the box. It's a great run. It's a great finish. It's a great goal. Newcastle 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. A brilliant run from Haidara. I didn't expect him to be pushing that far forward. Lovely ball from Perez as well. Perfectly weighted. To be fair, that's a very impressive finish from the left back. Across the keeper into the bottom corner. We're 1-0 up early on. Bennett with the switch. That's comfortable for me though. Oh, till Haidara's touch was awful. And now we actually might find ourselves in some trouble, and that is wide of the target, thankfully. That could have been awkward. Stephen Fletcher's got a good left foot, but this time we get a bit of a let-off. Just tried to bend it around the defender, but couldn't quite get enough turn on the ball. Kovalenko up to Perez, to Kovalenko again. Orlando Aarons is making the run, and Perez is there inside. It was a slow turn from Aarons. That should be a free kick. It was a slow turn from Orlando Aarons. I expected him to just nip past the defender, but he wasn't quite able to do so. 34 yards out. Kovalenko does have decent free kick stats, so we'll see if we can grab him a second goal in the Newcastle shirt. I haven't yet taken a free kick with him, and I probably won't be taking one again with him for a while after that. Here's Barry Bannon. Gets a good turn in. Kieran Lee to Stephen Fletcher, back to Kieran Lee. Could shoot, has done. Oh, Carl Darlow was sure that was going wide. I wasn't, to be fair. Decent effort from the captain, Kieran Lee, but unfortunately for Wednesday, again, similarly to Stephen Fletcher's effort, wide of the post. Forestieri to Bennett. Oh, squeezed nicely into Hutchinson. Oh, not far away. Wednesday's best chance of the game so far. Sam Hutchinson pushing forward. He's drilled it and it's gone wide of the post. They keep getting closer though, Wednesday. We're going to have to try and stop them from getting any closer, because if they continue to get closer, they will eventually score a goal. Colback trying to get away from the man in the middle, which he's done well. Get this to John Joe Shelvey. Look for Kovalenko. Racing through. It somehow reached him. Kovalenko for two. Oh, the power on the shot's too much. Phil Smith can't keep it out. And 2 games in a row, Kovalenko has scored a goal. His first goal for us in the last game. A couple of dodgy free kick attempts so far in this one, but the defender tried to outmuscle him there and Kovalenko just ran straight around the outside of him. Disappointing goalkeeping from Wednesday's point of view, but I don't care. 2-0 Newcastle. So good. Hutchinson, tackled by Shelvey. Jack Colback run away with it. We'll get back to John Joe Shelvey here. Perez is making the run. Can he pass the right pass? Perez has somehow managed to get away from the defender here, looking for another goal for us, and it's very well taken from Perez. His 16th goal of the league season, as we saw at the beginning of the episode. Scored 15 so far, and a very well taken goal. Slightly lucky to get away from the defender like that, but an emphatic finish. We have ourselves a 3-0 lead. There goes the final whistle. It's going to be a 3-0 win for us against Sheffield Wednesday. It's weird. The last time we had the issue with everybody being away on international duty, we won 3-0. I think it was against Barnsley. And this time around, exactly the same situation, although this time we had a recognised goalkeeper in goal rather than playing Isaac Hayden, and we get a 3-0 win. Villa also win 3-0, and I didn't scan down quickly enough to see what Norwich's result was, but it must have been pretty poor, because they're now 21 points behind us with 30 points available with 10 games to go. So we'll be down to 8 games to go by the end of today's episode, and we are currently 11 points clear still. Obviously Villa matching our overall scoreline as well as the overall result with a 3-0. So we'll jump into the next game against Blackburn, and hopefully we can continue our decent run of form. Good header from Rico Henry. If we can quickly move this towards the front line, might be able to catch them on the counter here from their own free kick. Vernon Anita will slot through Florian Tovan. Great first touch. Even better turn inside. We'll look for a finesse to the top corner. That was a lot further away than I'd hoped it would be. Janma into, between Anita and Mitrovic. That wasn't very well played. Forrester back to Evans. Across to Mahoney. Oh, Evans, good footwork. Danny Guthrie across. Nice little 1-2 with Mahoney, and Guthrie's shot is just as far off target as Florian Tovan's was. Oh, Mitrovic tackles Ward there. This surely is now going to be 1-0. Oh, I got a little bit nervous, I'll be honest, when the ball smacked off the woodwork, but thankfully Mitrovic has put it in the corner. It's been a slow game so far. A couple of chances at either end, but none really that clear-cut, going well wide. But Mitrovic just pounces on the mistake from the defender and makes them pay. Really good finish. 1-0 Newcastle. Danny Guthrie with a free kick. Going to loft it into the box. Rico Henry does very well to head that away. Unfortunately, the man he's headed it to isn't very fast, Mitrovic, but we can get it out wide here to Tovan, who'll poke it to Dwight Gale, who is going to get there ahead of the defenders. Dwight Gale for 2! They have a free kick at one end, trying to get themselves an equaliser. They get caught on the counter, and we've made it 2 just a few minutes after we scored the first. St James's Park erupts, as you can see there. What a great camera angle. It's very rare that you see those sorts of shots when you score a goal, but really good finish. Keeper perhaps should have done a little bit better, but we'll take it. Liverpool. I just recorded my player episode, and we're playing against a team in red. Newcastle 2, Blackburn 0. Henry to Sissoko. We'll poke that for Dwight Gale. We'll take it in his stride well, and we'll race away. Now Mitrovic hopefully will arrive at the right time in the middle to get on the end of it. Oh, he does so very, very well indeed, but it's a great save. I was hoping he was going to use his head there, and he still won the ball back, and Tovan can spin the defender, and we will still get a third. Blackburn Rovers are falling apart. 3-0 inside 39 minutes now. Again, I mentioned that shot previously, and then we see it again. Mitrovic, great strength. Should have buried the first chance in fairness, but still, very good finish from Florian Tovan. 3-0 again for the second game in a row. Now, in the last episode, we went 3-0 up at half-time, and we were saying, can we break our top scoreline in the game? We weren't able to in that one. Maybe we'll try it again here, see if we can get some more goals in the second half. Oh, great muscle strength shown there by Dendonka to get the man off the ball. Dwight Gale will look inside here to Musa Sissoko, who will go across again. Alexander Mitrovic, smacks it off the woodwork. I was almost certain that was going to end up in the back of the net and we were going to get a fourth within 10 minutes of the start of the second half. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Mahoney forward to Danny Graham. John Joe Shelby will take that off him, but somehow Evans comes away with the ball still. Mahoney, Shelby's trying desperately to try and get it back off him, but could move this from Blackburn. Could end up in a goal. Has ended up in a goal. Nathan Delfonso with a very good strike. They've pulled one back here, Blackburn. I still don't think it's going to be enough to get them anything from this game, but it was a very well taken goal from a very well put together move. Win that header. There we go. Well done. And we could be in with the counter-attack here. Lovely ball by Shelby into Matt Ritchie. Now, can I get past Matthew Kilgallen? The answer is yes. Mitrovic is going to get on the end of that. Squared across. Oh, Dwight Gale, that would have been disgusting if that ended up in the back of the net. There goes the final whistle. It's a 3-1 win for Newcastle United. Again, as was the case yesterday, not able to build on a 3-0 half-time lead. In fact, this time it was actually shortened by Blackburn, but we could have built on it. Great opportunity for Mitrovic, smacking it off the bar, and then Dwight Gale with that wonderful flick. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Villa win 3-0 again, though. Norwich win against Sheffield Wednesday, but the gap at the top will remain 11 points, and we'll head into the third and final game of the episode against Queen's Park Rangers. Oh, it's a lovely ball over by Mackie. Oigar, good save by Tim Krul. Oh, but McGregor gets there first. Couldn't switch player quick enough, and unfortunately Queen's Park Rangers take a 1-0 lead after 33 minutes. Kovalenko, Colback, Perez, back to Colback. QPR keeping a fair number of bodies back here just to ensure that they keep hold of their lead till half-time, which hopefully they won't be able to do. And Jose Perez might have something to say about that, and he has. He's smacked that into the back of the net, turning inside really nicely, and that's a very good laced finish this time. Scored a good finesse earlier on in the episode, and this time just putting his foot straight through it. I thought the extra defender, it was the run from Jack Colback actually that really helped there to just draw the attention of a couple of defenders away, and then he's just smacked it. Absolutely rifled it into the back of the net. 1-1. Haidara drilled into Kerry and Fry to Ayoze. Back down the line to Kerry and Fry. That's a great turn, as is that. Bit of space here for Fry. Good save by Alex Smithies. Drops to Darianme. I can't get it on my feet quick enough to get it across and into the box again. We've got a corner, but that was a great opportunity to try and get ourselves a goal to go in front. I'll pull this back to Kovalenko. His touch better be better this time. It wasn't, and the shot was just as bad. Kovalenko is a player that I can't really figure out how to best play with. His link-up play is very good, and his touch normally is also very good, but he's just not working in certain situations like free kicks and set-piece routines in general. It's just not his specialty. Kovalenko. Tovan. I see Kerim Fry making moves on this left-hand side. He brings it down well. Can we get inside the defender? Yes. Do I look for a teammate? Oh, the footwork from Kerim Fry is superb, but the shot is well blocked. If that had gone in after he'd switched feet like that and completely broken the defender's ankles, regardless of the fact it was only 7 or 8 yards out, it would have still been one of the best goals of the season so far. Henri Saive can't turn Robinson there. I made changes in like the 73rd minute, but the ball just hasn't gone out of play yet for those changes to actually come into effect. Here's Cole Henry racing away. Good ball across, but Tim Krul will get it under control and will go for another counter-attack. Kerim Fry again involved, but his stamina is running dangerously low here. But Henri Saive's done particularly well. If he could have stayed on his feet, I could have played through Florian Tovan. Oh, here comes the triple substitution, but I think it's too little too late now, unfortunately. Jules Okore will look for the ball forward. Rolando Aarons will get it to Chancellor Mbemba, of all people. And Mbemba loses out to Toja, though, and Polter will come forward with it. And there goes the final whistle. If I'd have been able to get the changes on before the end, we may have had a different result there. Or if Kerim Fry had actually been able to have his shot not blocked and end up in the back of the net, we may still have snuck all 3 points. 5 points yesterday, 7 points today, which is much better. Aston Villa won 3-0 in both their opening games. We won 3-0 and 3-1, despite 0 shots on target. Or 0 shots, apparently. QPR got their 1 goal. And Villa win 1-0. So the gap is closed. Villa take all 9 points from today's episode. They are on one hell of a run of form right now. And the gap at the top of the table is now 9 points. But is it too little too late, this run from Villa? We currently have 8 games remaining, so 3 times 8, 24 points left in the season, and 9 points is the gap. 24 points left in the season, at 22 points, we're ahead of Norwich, so one more game and we could potentially be promoted already this early on. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further content, and without anything left to cover, I'll see you next time.